6:47 this Wednesday, we are following breaking news as we just got a brand new update on this crash at Hudson Avenue and Nestor Street. 4 victims are in the hospital.
RPD tells us that just around 5 a.m., a driver had tried swerving to avoid hitting a man standing in the roadway. That car did still hit the man, then slammed into another car head on. Both the pedestrian, 2 drivers, and one of the passengers all had to go to the hospital. They are expected to live, but as we just saw, some devastating damage to the cars there. No tickets yet issued.
More breaking updates. We're learning more about a 10-hour-long standoff in Batavia. Deputies responded to a call for gunfire near Route 5 and Wertendijk Road early yesterday afternoon. That was around 12:30. And then around 10 last night, deputies and police went through the home with a search warrant. 31-year-old Ryan Goldman was arrested and charged with reckless endangerment as well as firing a gun within 500 feet of a home. He got an appearance ticket, and that is what we have just learned from that.
The Rochester Police Department has released new body camera video from a traffic stop last month following claims of police brutality. The community group Save Rochester called into question the treatment of 22-year-old Marvin Taylor. Now, on May 7th, this video showing here that Taylor had been driving, as police say, with an expired state inspection, and as they were running his plate, the investigators say that he turned without signaling. Well, we just saw an officer break his window, ripping it out of the housing there, but they say this was only after multiple repeated attempts asking him to roll those windows down because they couldn't see through the tint. They say that Taylor was uncooperative, refusing to roll down the windows without a reason that he demanded. He also asked why the officers were approaching his window with their guns drawn. Now, RPD says, again, this was several minutes of Taylor refusing to comply when the officer smashed the driver's side window, pulling him out. Taylor was detained and later released on the scene, charged with obstruction of governmental administration, failure to use a turn signal, and operating a vehicle without a valid inspection. He was issued an appearance ticket and has filed a complaint since with the Police Accountability Board. It was 1 year ago where retired police officer Brett Sabreski made the decision to run across 8 states, starting in Florida and ending in New York, honoring his fallen colleague, Officer Anthony Mazurkowitz.
These were marathons back-to-back, and Sabreski wrote a book about it, highlighting his journey. It's just been released. Aron Spitzer is here in studio with that story. Aron.
Yes, there was an outpouring of support from the community at Brett Sabreski's book signing. The book, titled 8 States for Maz, The Humanity Tour, describes all the kind acts he witnessed from strangers on his multiple marathon trek. He adds, it's a journey that had its everyday challenges, but even on the toughest days, 3 things always kept him going.
It was Tony Mazurkowitz and his memory. It was the family that I promised I would come back to Rochester with an army of runners. And it was the men and women of the tactical unit where he worked, who had to bury 2 officers in an 8-year period. And for them to heal, and they have a heavy cross to bear.
The Mazurkowitz family also came to show their support. His wife, Lynn, says she is thankful for Sabreski's efforts and the support the family has received from the community, adding she also thoroughly enjoyed the book.
I laughed. I cried, I shook my head some, and I can't believe he did that. And I just can't believe how he does everything he does. And the book was, to me, it was very heartfelt.
People who attended were also able to purchase a book there. You can also get it online. All proceeds will be going to the Mazurkowitz family. Guys, back to you.
All right, thank you so much, Aron. We're looking ahead now to Sunday, where Rochester Police Officer Jenny Wright and investigator Aaron Rogers are going to be skydiving to raise money for people with intellectual disabilities. You may recall, Wright, from some of our previous reports, when this veteran officer had been attacked, stabbed in his face and body, and left blinded while trying to respond to a call in the city back in 2019. Wright and Rogers will skydive to raise funds for Special Olympics New York.
We're hearing more from the president of Monroe Community College after the Board of Trustees this week approved a different spending plan to avoid job cuts. The administration instead approved a measure that will bring voluntary retirement offers and separation incentive plans for faculty eligible full-time. That decision follows all these protests for weeks over talks of looming cuts that would kick in next year.
Listening across the understanding what our employees are saying and offering as solutions provided a way for us to bridge the gaps and at the same time to position ourselves to move forward. And we hope that there is shared understanding about the urgency around addressing something that could get even more out of control, and that we not allow that to happen.
The faculty union responded, saying in part it's pleased the president and board listened to their concerns, adding we will continue to consult with management on additional cost-saving measures and remain focused on advocating for our employees and supporting student success.
Volunteers of America Upstate is opening nearly 100 new slots for local childcare. That is 10 classrooms coming up this fall, and it is a move that leaders say they've been working on for some time now. Monroe County is among those around half of the state that are all considered childcare deserts, defined as areas that do not have enough licensed childcare slots to serve the number of children who live there. Just last week in Irondequoit, you'll remember News 8 reported a private daycare center there announced it is going to have to close for good. At VOA, private pay is about $300 per student, but to reduce the barrier of the cost, they have options for parents in need.
Rochester itself, poverty rate is high. I think it's 5th in the nation. So we do take subsidies. We do work with families, help them get connected to DHS. We will work with them step by step. And actually, most of the children that we receive here in our childcare program are subsidized either at the full rate or very, very low cost.
It is a first-come, first-served basis, though, for those 100 new spots.
Going inside the huddle, the Bills will soon wrap up minicamp this week. No one skipped out yesterday, and you know who else was out there? Matt Milano. The star linebacker practiced for the first time in 8 months, going back to week 5 last year when he had a season-ending leg injury. Milano looked good working out in individual drills. They'll try to put more on his plate today, and hopefully that goes well. And then he's a full go come training camp at Fisher a little more than a month from now. It is a very optimistic timetable head coach Sean McDermott laid out for him getting back at the start of OTAs, all thanks to the All-Pros work ethic.
Yeah, it's big. Credit to Matt and what he's been able to do with our training staff and the work he's put in. He's so focused. He was focused before this. I feel like he's even more focused, if that's even possible now, and wanting to get back out there for himself, but also for his teammates.
Sunrise traffic here at 6:55. Before we go, I want to give you another live view early on this Wednesday. And how about that from the west side? Coming in 490 from the Gates-Chili area, looking good. The split on the east side coming in from Webster and Penfield, 590 southbound, everything at speed as well. And more importantly there, James, not that fog, misty, almost rain hanging out like we had yesterday, and getting some sunshine there too.
It's really nice to see. Yeah, the fog is very patchy and only isolated spots, which is nice, and the temperature's finally back to the 70s.
Yeah.
Much prefer this, especially with that sunshine.
Yeah, we'll be able to enjoy it. It looks good out there, and as we check at your extended outlook, your 8-day forecast here. So a big jump in temperatures tomorrow. It's a warm launching pad around 60, and then we get into the mid-80s. So you bump up on the rain chances a bit because maybe a shower or thunderstorm isolated ahead of the front on Friday. Morning showers, maybe even a thunderstorm in there as well. Before we clear out this weekend, I'm happy to say both days look nice. Past few weekends it's been, I'll pick one out of the 2 days, but no, I think we have the whole weekend before you crank up the heat and make sure the HVAC is ready to go.
Yep.
Because we'll need the air next week.
There you go. Full weekend with our dads, I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Get out.
Sure.
Enjoy those activities.
If they want that.
Yeah. Some dads might just be like, you know what, the only thing I want, sit me in my recliner and leave me alone.
That's what I say.
Do your thing. There you go.
Right.
Thank you, James, and thank you for watching us this Wednesday at Sunrise. We're back here at about 7:25.
CBS Mornings is next. Have a great day, everyone.
Follow News 8 wherever you are. On RochesterFirst.com, Facebook, Twitter, and on our app for news and weather.